Instagram, YouTube. Today we'll continue the chapter 3 about Spirit's book, about creation. It's really creation of the universe, creation of the human being, and all creations. This chapter. Oh my God. This yes, I forgot the name. The smart. I forgot the name. It's so good that I put in driver Spirit's book. It's more easy than turn on PC, etc. I desire for you a great week and come on. Creation. The formation of words. Chapter 3. Spirit's book. The universe is comprised of the infinite number of words we can see and those we cannot see. All animate and inanimate beings, all the heavenly bodies moving through space, and all the fluids that fill space. Was the universe created, or has it existed from all eternity like God? Kardec asked. Answer. Obviously, the universe didn't create itself. Nothing can create something. Nothing is nothing. Obviously, the universe didn't create itself, and if it has existed from all eternity like God, then it could not be God's works. It's the reason. Reason tells us the universe could not possible, note from Kardec. Reason tells us the universe could not possible have created itself, and since it could not possible be the work of chance either, it must be the work of God. Let me see if this way is better. I think it's this was formation of words. How did God create the universe? To borrow a well-known expression, by the divine will. Nothing can better portray that all-powerful will than those grand words from Genesis. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. It's a great definition. How did God create the universe? Can we know about the way in which words are formed? Answer. All that we can say, and the only thing you can comprehend is that words are formed by the condensation of the matter scattered throughout space. Scattered throughout space. Nothing don't exist. All space are filled from other type of matter. 14. In accordance with current beliefs, are comets a commencement of the condensation of matter and words in course of formation. Kardec asked by comets. They are words in course of formation. Answer. This is correct, but it's absurd to believe in their influence. I mean the influence commonly attributed to them. We see comet fall and we say, make a desire. For all celestial bodies play their part in influencing certain physical phenomena. We know that magnetic moon, moons, the magnetism of the moon attract ocean and form the waves. 41. Could a completely formed words appear and its compositional matter be once again scattered in space? Yes, God renews words just as God renews living beings. And war is this too, because this God let war sometimes. Can we know how long it has taken for words to form the earth? For instance, answer. I cannot tell you anything about that, for only the Creator knows. Anyone claiming to have such knowledge or to know the ages and ages it took to form them would be very foolish indeed. And ages it took to form one would be very foolish indeed. The formation of living beings. When did living beings first appear on the earth? In the beginning, all was chaos. The elements were all jumbled together. Little by little, each thing settled into its proper place. Then, living beings appropriate for that state of the global period. Where did 44? Where did these living beings come from in order to appear on the earth? The earth already contained, answered, the earth already contained their prototypes, which had been waiting for the favorable moment in order to develop. The organic elements began to combine the moment the force that had kept them apart ceased, thereby forming the prototypes of all living beings. These prototypes then remained latent and inert, like a chrysalis or a seed, until the proper time for each species to appear. Then the beings of each species came together and reproduced. He produced. 45. Where were these organic elements before Earth's formation? Answer. They were in a fluidic state, so to speak, in space amongst the spirits or on other planets, waiting for the creation of the Earth in order to commence a new existence on that new globe. Chemistry shows us that when the proper conditions are present, the molecules of inorganic bodies unity to form crystals of a consistent regularity according to each type. However, the slightest shift in such conditions is enough to prevent the combining of the elements, or at least the orderly arrangement that comprises the crystal. Why would the same not apply to organic elements? Why not? We can store the seeds of plants and animals for many years, but they don't develop unless given the appropriate temperature and environment. We have seen grains of wheat germinate after several centuries. Thus, there is a latent life principle in these seeds that merely waits for favorable circumstances in order to develop. Could this everyday occurrence not have existed since the globe's origin? Could this everyday occurrence not have existed since the globe's origin? Is God's glory diminished by the fact that living beings were formed out of chaos by the force of nature? Far from it. Instead, this fact corresponds better to the idea that God wields divine power over all the infinite worlds by using eternal laws. Granted, this theory doesn't solve the problem of how the life elements themselves originated, but God guards the divine secrets and has put limits on our inquiries. I was seeing in Portuguese that in Indiana Jones movie had a crazy German woman that in schools, crystal schools, when all the crystal schools unify in one, this woman want to know all about universe, all knowledge, and ask this to school, crystal school. The crystal school see the way how all you want to know. Wait a moment. And start to pass to her all knowledge for all universe. And then she was so strange, and ask, stop, 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 please. I don't get it. I don't get it. All information. And explode. Is this what happened when we want to know things that don't have space in our mind still? We don't have conditions to embark certain knowledge, of course. It's only vanity, human vanity, want to know all about universe. It's a crazy thing, a crazy dog. Oh my God. Yes. Out there, still creators that come into being spontaneously are there. Still creators that come into being spontaneously. Answer: yes, but their primitive prototype has always existed in the latent state. You witness this phenomenon all the time. Don't human and animal tissues contain a multitude of larval prototypes waiting to emerge as soon as the decay needed for their existing beings? It's a microscopic word that slumbers and then awakens. When we left this body, all germs will in latent state. Was the human 47? Was the human species among the organic elements on the terrestrial globe? Yes, and it came forth at just the right time. This is the basis for the statement that humans were formed from the dust of the earth. 48. Can we know the ages in which humans and other life forms first appeared in the earth? Answer: no. All of your calculations are purely speculating. Speculative. We don't can know. 49. If the prototype of the human species was among the globe's organic elements, why don't human beings continue uh, to appear spontaneously as they did when they first came into being? The beginning of things, he asked, why don't appear more Neanderthals? The beginning of things remains one of God's secrets. Nevertheless, we can say that once early humans began to spread out over the earth, they observed into themselves the elements needed for their formation in order to pass on these elements according to the laws of reproduction. The same happened with all the other species of living beings. I don't know, living or living, sorry. The peopling of the earth. Adam. Did the human species begin with one single man? No. The man known as Adam was neither the first nor the only one to populate the earth. 51. Can, can we know when Adam lived? Uh, Answer. More or less at the time assigned to him, about 4,000 years uh, before Christ. The main one tradition regards by the name Adam was one of those who somehow survived one of the great cataclysms that have modified the Earth's surface in different eras. They became the progenitor of one of today's current races. The laws of nature contradict the opinion that the amount of human progress accomplished well before the time of Christ took only a few countries, which would have to have been the case in humankind, has only come into existence at the date assigned to Adam. Some regard Adam, and with good reason, as a myth of allegory personifying one of the world's earliest ages. The diversity of human races. 52. Where did the physical and moral difference that distinguish the Earth's various races come from? From climate, lifestyle, and custom. The same would happen if you siblings from the same mother were each raised differently and far apart, they would show no moral resemblance to each other. 53. Did humankind first appear at various points on the globe? Yes, but as different periods, which is another cause of human race diversity. Later, humankind spread throughout the different climatic zones and new types arose in the course of interbreeding between different races. Do these different races imply distinct species? Certainly not. All are of the same family. Do the different varieties of the same fruit mean that they don't all belong to the same species? 54. Since the various human types have not all come from the same ancestor, might they cease to regard one another as brother and sisters? Answer. All the brothers and sisters in God because they are animated by the same spirit and strive towards the same goal. You always want to take words literally. And I stop here. I will continue another life, continue this knowledge. I hope you like it, how I love it. I love make this, what I am make. It's so good. It's my realization can show you how great are this work from Kardec. It's marvelous. It gives us a response that we don't imagine never. And we we feel that real, we feel that have all reason to this. How Kardec thought when he received this response, these answers. And remember that some those answers he received the same from various parts of the world. I hope you have a great final week, and I will post yesterday or Friday final from Medium's book. And now have a good day. Bye.